Hello everyone. Welcome to Funnel Forging. This week, good to see all of you here. How is everybody doing? Everybody having a good start to the week? Let me get everybody in here. All right, let's open the floor here right away and let's see, does anybody have any tech issues that I can help with today before we dive into our training? Feel free to jump off of mute. Jodine, I see your raised hand. Yes. What's happening?
Hey, just hanging out. I don't even know what day it is. We're like the beginning of the week. I'm like, what?
What's going on?
Feels like Friday.
Uh-oh.
But can you jump on mine? It's mine lead. And see, I'm trying to get my subdomain hooked up.
Okay.
And so I was trying to hook up JodineKBergstrom.com.
And what, it was not pulling through for you?
No, it was having, like, I just spent like 45 minutes on with help.
Okay. What was the domain again?
JodineKBergstrom.com.
Oh, it's pulled through.
Oh, it did work?
Yeah, I can show you. It's in. You know, sometimes that's a little bit, sometimes it does that. So you can see right here, it's pulled through.
Oh, no, in the business account. Look for the subdomain there.
What do you mean in the business account?
So go to my business profile.
Okay.
So that one right there, it doesn't have anything, right?
No.
Okay. So that's the one where I was trying to put it, and it wouldn't, I couldn't get it to go through. And I went to GoDaddy and recreated the G name with the link in front of it.
Okay.
And
so we have to do this on your computer. So we're going to have to get you to share screen.
Okay, so ask if anybody else has a question, because I just am finishing up supper.
Okay. Yeah, I can't do it from my end because I don't have your passwords and everything to sign into GoDaddy. So
okay.
Yeah, you got to do it from your end.
I do have a question, Mara.
Yes, go ahead.
And again, for mine, I'll probably have to share, but here's what I'm doing is my funnel. I'm trying to get to download. I'm trying to get my users to download a what do you call it? An ebook, and then when they download the ebook, go to my next page where they see the video, and so I've got all of that part done, but it's not downloading the ebook. And I'm not even seeing where I would put the ebook, even though I got like a picture of it and everything there. So is that something you could help me to do?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look. Why don't you share your screen with me and we'll jump in and have a look at your funnel.
Okay. It says host disabled participants.
Oh, sorry. I always forget on this one that it requires me to. Okay, there we go. You should be able to now.
All right, let me do it right now. Okay, so let me let me start with this screen first. David, can you see my screen?
I can see your screen, yeah.
All right, perfect. So let's see. Okay, so this part is good. And then this is the link. This is where I've got my ebook, right?
Okay.
So I think I need to do, okay, let me minimize this so that I can actually do this. Okay, so I think I need to do this in order for you to be able to go to it. So here it is. So here's the link. The expectation is I should be able to click here and it take me to the page where I can download it, and then someone can register for my thing. So it's not doing that.
Yeah. So what you usually, normally, what we do is we put a form in front of this so that we can grab their name and email address.
So I've got that. Let me see. So I've got sign form here.
Click
Uh,
to sign up. Okay. And then where is your form?
so if I do sign up, they'll sign up. So let me sign up right here, right? And
Okay.
do
Yeah.
my consent right there, and
Yeah.
then go in, and
Hmm.
then it takes me to this page. And
Okay.
still I have the issue of, so how do they download because they're here on
Okay.
this page now to
Yeah.
see my video. So now I need them to download
Yeah.
here. So I
So
still can't do it.
let's go into your builder. Let's go back into the sales process builder and let's
Okay.
go to that page where your video is. So you'll probably want to
Okay.
click.
So let me go back this way.
Actually, oh, I was
So the
just going to
page
show
of my video, where that video that I was showing is, it will be here.
you. Okay, perfect. Let's have a look.
Okay.
Okay, so scroll down to that button
Which will
right
be,
there.
uh-huh.
So if you want it to be the blue button or the green button, you'll have to decide which one you want it to be. Then
I'm
you're
gonna go
going to share like a Google Doc link for your ebook or OneDrive, or if you have it stored in your media folder in sales process, you need to grab that link and put it here on the button.
So, okay, good question there. So let's say I want to store it in my media link in sales process.
Yes.
Uh, uh, can you walk me through that part maybe?
Sure, yeah. Just click on this picture here because that's the fastest way to get us in here. And if you can see my pink arrow, scroll down a little bit and you'll see
Oh, here it
my,
is.
yeah.
Okay.
Just click on that picture. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
there you go. And then we're gonna go over here and we're
Uh,
gonna click on that.
okay.
And do you have all of this stuff in a folder that you want to keep it in?
I
Right now
don't.
you're okay. Okay,
I
that's okay. You can organize that after. So what we would do is we'd want to upload your ebook
okay.
here.
So let me see if I can get that ebook here somewhere.
Yeah.
Ebook. It pays to be ready right here, doesn't it? Where are you, ebook? Gosh. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me find it. So much work has been happening here, as you can see.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me go to, okay, it should be one of these here. Uh, oh my gosh, seriously? Ebook, where are you? All right, let me just download it.
You know what you named it? You
Oh,
could
here it
search.
is, here it is, here it
Oh,
is,
there
here
it
it
is.
is.
Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
double click on that and that will load that.
let me
Oh,
check.
what's the file type?
It's a PDF.
Oh, yeah, you should still be able to bring that in. Try that again.
Okay. As a file, right? Not as a folder.
Yeah, bring it in as a file. Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to it. It should be like around here somewhere. Transform your leads. Okay, here it is. So this is the one.
Okay.
And clicking file type not allowed.
No, it's
Hmm.
not going to let you.
So could
So
it?
can you store this on your Google Drive or your OneDrive, whichever
Yeah, I
one?
could. Yeah, I
Okay.
could store it on my Google Drive, I suppose.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's load it into your Google Drive and we'll get a shareable link.
Okay, so let me do that here. Do I need to create?
You can just add new. So I'm just going to put my pink arrow. You're going to be able to see it by the plus button here over on the very left-hand side.
Okay, there we go. So
There we go.
new.
Yeah. And file upload.
Oh, file upload. Okay. So new file upload, and let's
Yep.
go back down to it.
And then,
Yeah. Yeah, some serious work has been happening here. But
yeah.
I got stuck with three things. I was like, when Tamara comes on, I gotta get answers to these things because I've been stuck here for a few days.
Oh,
So,
no.
all right, so let's see. Okay, here it is right here.
Okay.
Transfer leads.
So that'll upload into your Google Drive. And then what we'll do is we'll get a shareable link. And so what we want to do is, because this is a PDF, it'll automatically tell them to. So
Okay, so this is the link.
yeah. So we're going to grab the share. Yeah, grab that.
Okay.
And we want to make sure that don't copy just the link. So yeah, change it to anyone with the link can
Okay.
view. Yeah, copy link.
All right.
That's going to be the link that we attach to that button.
Okay. So view. Okay. Cool. And
Yep.
then we go back
To
to.
sales process and attach it to that link.
All right. So
So you
now
can
we.
just close this, close the media library. Yep. And then click on the link or click on the button that you want to attach the link to.
So this is the one.
The green one. Okay. Then
Uh-huh.
go scroll down over here. And you're going to go, instead of next steps, it's going to be website URL.
Website URL.
And then you're going to put the share link in that spot there.
This one right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
And you can have it open in a new window. That's a good idea.
Okay.
And then you're going to save it up here and you're going to be able to then click on this green button and they'll be able to get your link, your ebook.
Okay. All right. So that would, okay. So that should take care of that part. So let's just try that 1 second. Woo, it sure worked.
There you go.
All right. Perfect. So that's one of my issues. I don't know if anybody else wants to ask an issue, but I do have several issues from my end.
Okay, well, we'll check in with someone else then, and then we'll see if anybody else has one, okay?
Sure. No problem.
Anybody else having any tech issues, guys? Jodine, are you back at your desk yet?
Almost.
Oh, okay.
I'm gourmeting some sausages here, so they're almost done.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Okay. All right. So yeah, if there's no one else, I do have a couple of other questions we could look at.
Okay, sure. Yeah,
So
go ahead.
my other question was how to have a Zoom link in my meeting setup, because when I was setting up my meeting and sending it, it doesn't have a Zoom meeting incorporated. So maybe there's somewhere I missed including the meeting in there.
Yep.
So again, I
Okay.
can share.
Yeah, we're going to share your screen and we'll go set up your Zoom integration.
Okay, so let's go back to can I find it? Let's
Go back to sales process.
Yeah, let me just X out a couple of things because it's blocking my sales process item. Okay, so I can see it now. Okay, here it is.
All right, so
here. Okay.
So now we're going to go out of here and we'll go to your profile, which is going to be down in your settings on the left-hand side.
Okay.
Go to your profile. So my profile. Yeah, there we go. And you're going to scroll down. And right here is your calendar settings and it says video conferencing. Just a sec, I'll grab my pink arrow and show you. Yep, there. So you're going to add new. And you're going to choose Zoom. So you're going to choose Zoom and you're going to connect that.
Okay.
So it's going to ask you to log into your Zoom.
Okay, there we go. All right, so sign in. Allow others.
It sent you a code, so.
Okay, this could be on my phone, maybe. Let me see.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let me just confirm that. Allow.
Sure.
Okay, so that is confirmed. That should allow us to go through here. I'm not sure if it should do anything, but is it asking me to sign in maybe? I got signed in already.
You can see it working in the background behind your Zoom screen. It's connecting in sales process here.
Oh, right,
it looks
okay.
like it's trying to connect. So we'll give it a second here just to try and connect.
All right.
You don't have any of your, I just want to point this out, you don't have any other calendars here hooked up either. You can do that if you want. If you want it to check for conflicts.
Okay. So you want me to hit one of these here?
No, you don't have to, only if you want to. I was
Okay.
just pointing it out to you.
Oh, okay. I don't think that they should be a conflict, but I guess you never know here. So,
Yeah, so let's just, it looks like it's taking a little while. Let's just refresh the page up here and see if it's going to connect for us.
all right. All right, and we're back. Let's go
Scroll
down.
down, go to your, it says here, calendar settings. It looks like it's still spinning. Go to video conference. Oops. Scroll down to video conference. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, it did not. Okay.
So it didn't
Try
add.
to add that there. Connect your Zoom again.
Okay.
And just give it a couple seconds. Sometimes it takes a little while.
Okay. Okay, so now let me see if it sent another authorization here. And I say allow. Okay, so that's good. So, oh, okay, so now.
Oh, there we go. Now you can say, yep, allow. There we go. Now that should connect. Okay. Now you want to put in here your meeting location. You're going to, so where it says here custom, can you click into this drop down and choose Zoom?
Oh,
yep.
Okay.
And it's connected, but.
All
and
right.
then just go here and it looks like it didn't accept that here, but try that again. Zoom. There we go. Yeah. Choose Zoom. Make sure your time zone's correct. Yep. Okay, perfect. Then you're going to scroll down and you're going to go update. And that will update your Zoom. Then you just need to make sure that your calendars. So let's go take a look at one of your calendars. So if you go to the left of my pink arrow.
You're going here.
Yeah. Let's go open an appointment that you have. What kind of appointment can we open for you? Do you have anything set up here?
No, I don't think so yet. Let's see.
What about, let's try this one here.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Let's go over to edit.
Okay.
Yep. And we want to scroll down and we want to change this to Zoom.
So this is going Zoom.
Yeah, Zoom. And then you're going to scroll down and you're going to save that.
Okay, so let's save right there.
Now what happens is this. Now I noticed that you had a different employee set up in that calendar, but it's going to use your Zoom link.
I shouldn't have a different. I shouldn't have a different employee. I'm not sure where it was.
Let's go to meeting details. I'll just show you what I saw, and maybe this is yours. But
that's
okay,
mine.
that's
So
you.
it puts my government name on there, even though that's not what I want.
Sure.
So
yeah.
I wonder
And
if
you can change that on your profile. Like if you don't want that to be your name that shows up, you can go into your profile and change it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll do that later. Okay.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
So now this is set. If I set
set.
up a meeting, we should be good.
You should be good. Yeah.
All right. Okay, that's awesome. So I'll give this time to another person, and then I will come back with my next question.
All right. Jodine, I saw you log in there. How's your sausages?
First, I've eaten all day, so they're really, really good.
When you don't eat all day, that tastes the best, doesn't it?
Exactly. Can we download the sausages?
Yeah, can we download? Did you see Tony's comment to you, Jodine? He said, can you email us the sausages? Oh, they look delicious.
They're nice and crispy, and there's cheese in them, so just letting y'all know.
Yum, yum.
Okay, share screen. Here we go.
Yes, share your screen with us. And let's have a look at what's happening. So make sure that we are going to have to probably log into GoDaddy. So, okay.
Yep, I've got that open.
Your first problem is you got a / in your domain. You can't have that. You got to have a dot.
Well, what the hell? She's been looking at that all night long.
Go
I've
add domain.
you know me, like I screenshot everything. I'm like, this is what I've got.
Right. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so links.jodinebergstrom.com. Okay, so add domain.
I
Click
was
on add
saying,
domain over here.
let me watch it go through. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Continue.
Continue. Yep.
See, that's why, like, on some of these things, I'm just like, I just got to wait for Tamara. She'll know what to do. Okay, verify. Oh, see.
Yep.
Oh, yep. Now hold on though, because last time
It should verify because you said it's with GoDaddy, right? So sales
right, but
processing.
even last time when I was doing this, I was still getting
Were you getting a weird message?
issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's just give it a second here.
I'll eat a sausage while I'm waiting. See right there.
Hmm. Okay, let's go look at your GoDaddy. Let's go look at your DNS panel.
So I deleted, right here it is.
But I think you have links with an S and you have link without an S here. So let's just double check.
So technical.
Yes. So what do you want it to be?
I don't know. I was just trying anything and everything.
Okay, well, let's change the DNS panel in GoDaddy. Let's go into GoDaddy and let's edit this. So click on the pencil, change that to an S. Yep. Save. And then we're going to try and
get everything done in like 4 minutes versus 40 minutes.
Yeah. Let's go back to sales process. And then let's verify the records again.
I'm on the struggle bus of putting you, you keep getting in the way whenever I want to click something.
Yeah, I know. You got to move everything around when you're on Zoom, right?
Oh, I have a big like screen up here that I don't usually use. And I don't know what I did, but I can actually like move things. So like I can be looking at my computer and then if I move it all the way to the left, it's up here. Like I've never been able to, I know that's like a normal thing.
Oh.
In some worlds, but.
Okay, so hold on a second because I saw something up here. Let's go look at your DNS here. Are you hooking it up to the right domain? Because it said .co, not .com. Oh, okay, jodinebergstrom.com. Okay.
Where did you see .co?
Oh no, it's showing .com. Sorry, it's just
Yeah,
my
okay.
eyes.
No. I just wanted to make sure because I actually copied and pasted it because I was like, I don't want to screw it up.
Okay, let's go back to sales process. Hold on, let's go look. Okay, click add domain. Let's see if this works.
And we have links on the other one.
Yep.
Well, the only thing, maybe I should go to GoDaddy and refigure it.
Nope, it should be okay. Let's give it a second before we do
sprinkling
anything.
Magic dust on it there.
Yeah. Okay. You're good to go.
Does that red box mean that it's good?
That means you're good to go.
So, but I better update information,
Yeah,
right?
just update information and you're good. Now you have your branded domain set up.
So the whole reason I was doing that is because I was building a calendar and I didn't want the sales process on there. So that's why I was trying to get this in here. So
yeah,
we're good to go now?
You're good to go.
Now, the only thing at some point, if you ever are on a mission, my Google profile is not staying. Do I need to reach out to Google?
What do you mean your Google profile is not staying?
So, like, we're supposed to connect all of our.
Oh, on your integrations.
Yeah. Is that where do I find it? I don't even know how to.
Scroll down. Scroll down to integrations. It's right there. Yeah. Click on there. Let's see your Google. You trying to connect
Right
this
there.
one? Oh, hold on. Just close that yellow box there, that light yellow box. Close that. That's a pain in the butt.
See, now it says it's connected.
Yeah.
Some days it's not. I took a
So
screenshot of it.
if you ever change your password for Google, it will disconnect in sales process. Have you
Okay, maybe
changed your
because sometimes I log all the way out, so maybe that's what I did.
Okay, because if you change your password, it will disconnect because it
I don't think
needs
I
that
changed the
password to be
password,
stay
but
connected. So
okay.
just a tip to anybody there. All
All
right.
right. Well, that's all my struggles for the day. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right. So let's jump into a quick training here just before we get. And if anybody has any tech issues, we can continue with them at the end. The training that we're doing today, so Jay-Andre asked me if I would go through the process that I use when I am building out a sales funnel. How do I plan out my sales funnel to know what pieces I'm going to need to make? And I use a free tool. It's called Google Draw, and you can use it too. So I'm going to show you what I do when I am thinking about a sales funnel and what I need to build. I'm going to show you here. So in Google Draw, what I do is I start thinking about, and I've told you guys this before, but I always start with the pipeline stages, right? I always build my pipeline first in sales process. But before I even do that, I think about what is the process going to look like, right? So I have, if I'm doing like a lead form to a sales page, to an order form page, to a thank you page, then I can list out everything that I need on those pages. So this is Google Draw. You can add this to your Google account. It's free of charge. It doesn't cost anything. And basically, all you're doing is you're just adding shapes to plan out your funnel. And then you're going to look at, okay, if I have an opt-in form, if I have a landing page with a form and I'm collecting their email address and their name, what all do I need to complete that process? So I'm going to need images and graphics always, right? I'm going to need sales copy for that page. I'm going to need to build a form in sales process. I'm going to need to have an email that's going to deliver my lead magnet to them, right? Or if it's an SMS, like if you're going to use text message marketing, then you're going to use an SMS with a link in it to deliver that to them. You're going to need a workflow, right? So these are all of the pieces that you're going to have to build just to create this one page. Now, any kind of a button on this page is going to take them to the sales page, right? So I use this, all I do is you can use shapes. So to create any kind of shape you want, you can just click on the shapes and you can create the shape and you can make it as big as you want, as wide as you want. And all I do is I create this in the shape of a page. And I can put on here, what is this? Is this the sales page? Is this the order form page? And then underneath it, I can list out what I have to build. And this is it's a nice visual way of planning out your funnel. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll actually plan out my workflows this way too. Sometimes I like to even grab pen and paper and just draw out, what do I want the workflow to look like? Because when you're trying to build it in the builder, sometimes it just doesn't come together that way, right? And so you need to have like a plan. I'm still so much a pen and paper person. I love, like, I have a great big, one of those great big flip charts that teachers used to use. If you're old like me, your teachers used to use it. But I have one of those and I will draw workflows out on them. Or I'll draw out how my funnel is going to be. Does anybody here use pen and paper to plan their funnels or a different kind of tool to plan their funnels that they want to share with us?
I was going to show you guys, back when Russell first started, he actually had, these are magnets.
Oh my gosh.
And so I have a whole system of them. I have a couple of them, but then you just put them, whoops, I dropped it, but you just put it in the order that you want it. And so, that, I mean, even if you just got some cheap magnets and, you know, with recipe cards and put on there, then you can move them around.
Yes.
You know, because that's the thing I get frustrated with, because then I'm like, I'm typing, then I'm, you know, erasing, and then I'm like, well, what did I have there again? So I really like that, that you can, you know, move them around and make them a little bit more easier to, and I change my mind a lot too. I guess that's probably the bigger part.
Well, that and things change. Like you test things and you want things to look different. I even have gone and like used sticky notes, right? Because you can put them on the wall and you can kind of see the flow of things. But what I like to know beforehand is because I don't like getting into a workflow and I can't build out the workflow because I don't have the form. So I can't create the trigger because I don't have the form, right? So this helps me get all of my sort of ducks in a row. And I know all the individual pieces that I need to create before going into the system and trying to build it out.
So my daughter is an artist, and this is like a accelerated clipboard. There's 2 clips up here. It's even got a handle, but when you make it in the real world, you can have, you know, it's an actual clipboard, but it's like huge. It's gigantic because it's, you can put one of those sheets of paper on here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I like this because then you can, you know how sometimes you just need a break from the desk. It's, you know, nice and hard. So
these
then,
old bones, I get down on the floor with my big piece of paper because my desk isn't big enough. I get down on the floor with it. And I'll tell you, these old bones don't get up as used to it. Rose, that's an excellent idea. Canva whiteboard. That is such an excellent idea. I love Canva whiteboards. They're awesome.
I was going to say, I'm surprised that you didn't put this in Canva when you said you were doing the Google.
Yeah, so I know. I thought about using Canva, but this is where I have always done it, is inside of Google Draw. Just because, I don't know, it's Google and it's free and you can use it. Anybody can use it, right? So, but this is really what I do when I'm planning out my funnels is I think about my pipeline first. What are the different stages that they're going to go through in my sales process? Then I think about, okay, on this page, this stage, I'm going to need a form to capture their email and their name. And I'm going to need, when I collect the form, I also am going to need an email. So I have to write an email. I'm going to need a workflow. And I'm going to need sales copy for that page. And I'm also going to need images and graphics, right? And so it just helps my brain to know that these are the pieces that I need to build out. So if we take a look at an order form, we kind of have 2 processes going on an order form page, and you don't always have to create a separate order form page. If I'm running ads, though, I like to have a separate order form page, just because tracking and you can really track your leads much better if you have a separate order form page. So that's just my little ads rant there. But on an order form page, you're going to need the images, the sales copy. You're going to have an order form. You're going to need to have your product set up, right? So these are all things that you're going to need to put into your sales process account that we've shown you before how to create a product. You're going to need all of this created before you can build this page. before you can build these workflows. So the workflows for this, you're going to need an abandoned cart workflow. And depending on how many emails in your sequence that you use, you want to list those out here because you're going to have to write them. And of course, ChatGPT makes our life a lot easier. You can use AI to help you write that, and just make sure you're always editing and making it sound like you so that it doesn't sound like AI. And then, of course, we also, aside from the abandoned cart sequence, we also want to have the purchase email, right? So once we bring them back through the abandoned cart and get them back onto the order form page and they purchase, we also want to be able to send them confirmation that they have purchased the product and also what are their next steps. And
Can I
then,
ask a technical question on that?
yeah.
So you've got the emails of 1, 2, and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say on email 1, they go ahead and purchase.
Yes.
How do you trigger that so that they're not getting email 2 and 3?
You, in your purchase email, you can create a step to remove them from the abandoned cart workflow.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. All right.
Yeah. And that just
Yeah,
pulls
I'm
them.
almost getting this workflow thing, and it's kind of scaring
Yes.
me.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Draw.io. Yeah, that's a good free tool too. I've heard of that one. I've never used it. It's good to work offline, Rose says. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, so whenever you have a purchase and you know you're also going to have an abandoned cart, then in your purchase workflow, you're going to put a step to remove the contact from the abandoned cart workflow so that they don't keep receiving email 2 and email 3 if email 1 got them to buy, right? Because we don't want to send them messages like that to keep asking them to buy when they've already bought.
And the major marketers don't get that. Like, it's crazy how many times, I've cratered in and bought, and then I'm still on the, I'm like, dude, get me off this list.
Yeah. Yeah. You're so right. And then I did want to point out, like, for your thank you page, please don't just have a, congratulations. I mean, have that definitely. Thank you for purchasing. But you also want to have that additional CTA, right? So the call to action for your thank you page, always try to bring them into your world even more. So are you asking them to subscribe to your YouTube channel? Are you asking them to follow you on Instagram? Are you asking them to listen to your latest podcast episode? Use your thank you page. It's a very valuable piece of real estate that you can use to get them further into your world and finding out about your business even more. So please, please, please use that space on your thank you page to bring them into your world even more. Does anybody have any questions about planning out a funnel, or share your suggestions about how you like to plan out a funnel? Because I think there's always more ways to do things than one way. And I love when we have all these brilliant brains in one room, to one virtual room like this, if we can collaborate a little bit and share. What do you guys use to plan out your funnels?
I think it helps too, is once you get it going, to actually print out your email and then have that so that you can actually kind of read physically and go through the process. I've found that helped me a lot, versus just saying email 1, 2, and 3, actually create them. And then, I've definitely had stuff laying out all over the floor, and, it's really helpful because then you actually get to, feel the flow of it. And, you actually do end up, I think, making changes because you realize that, it's not congruent. What's in my head, for me anyway, doesn't always pan out in a system.
Well, and sometimes we can have disjointed thinking or it just doesn't flow the way it should. And as a customer going through the process, we're going to feel that, right? We're going to feel that disjointment or that incongruence and any kind of friction, and people will bounce, right? So it's important to read your sales copy out loud. Read your emails out loud. Do they sound good to you? Read them to your partner or your friend. And, does it sound good to them? Right?
Well, and even just having somebody else proofread it, because we get so caught up in imagining we're seeing the right thing that a lot of times, I mean, they'll look at something and they're like, well, da 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 da. And I'm like, how the hell? I've been looking at that all day long. Why did I not see that?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I swear I have a little dyslexia. That's my crutch.
And no shame. Like, seriously, no shame in that at all, because you're right. You look at something and you work on a project for so long, you're staring at it for so long, it's all starts to blur together, and it's great to get some fresh eyes on it, right?
Can I ask a question if you know anything about Beehive?
Beehive? No, I don't. What is that?
So Beehive, I've been following them since Clubhouse. Long and short of it is it's a newsletter system, but it's more about the creator. So you can actually monetize on their platform very, very quickly. And I was just wondering if anybody's used it with sales process with like the blog. I'm wondering how that would, but it's, right now newsletters are a hot commodity, and it's a really good platform. I just wondering if anybody's tied sales process into it.
I have never heard of it before. Has anybody else here heard of it? So how do you make money from it, Jodine?
Yeah, that was going to be my question.
So
Tony uses Beehive.
Tony, if you actually use it, then you can have the mic. Because I know of it and I've kind of followed it, but I haven't actually physically. I think I have an account, not for money making yet. One of my colleagues, she was talking to a guy, and like she's been a strategist for marketing for 20 years, and the guy looked at her stuff and he was like, you need to get on here. And she was like undercharging, because like you do letters and people will pay you for the newsletters. So like the average, he does 4 newsletters a month and gets paid $2,500 each client.
Wow. That's
so
amazing.
yeah, so you can pay to put ads out there, but then they also organically you get to. And I think the other thing too is like once you sign up, then they'll see kind of what your likes are, and then they also recommend other ones too. So it's not just you have to pay for ads. They kind of self promote all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just wondering. So this is a
cool.
Beehive, as in, no, let me go look. I want to make sure.
Not Beyonce fans. No. I don't think that's what Jodine is talking about.
I just wanted to clear that up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've never heard of it. Now you got me curious, Jodine. I'll have to go do some Googling afterwards.
Okay, here, I'll share real quick because I pulled it up here.
Okay.
I can't share screen while the other participants are sharing.
Oh, I'm sharing screen. Okay. Share your screen. Show us.
So it's called BEHIIV.
Oh.
For creators by creators.
Okay. Oh, that looks cool.
Oh my God, they're smart. They're smart to play on the name.
Yeah.
So there you go. I expect everybody to have a newsletter by tomorrow. I'll send you my affiliate link.
Sweet. I like it.
Have you seen my to-do list, girl? Okay, I'm going to share my screen again, and I'm just going to show you in here how. So again, it really is, if you've used any sort of draw tool before, this is exactly the same. You're just adding shapes. You can add shapes, you can add arrows. I just used the line arrow to create the lines between the pages. And then this is actually a shape arrow that I created here. So you can see that when you click and create, I'm in there we go. There's the arrow. You can change the colors by going up here and changing the shading. You can change it to whatever you want. And yeah, you can use this to kind of plan out your funnel so that you know which pieces you need to build or create. And so often we get stuck on like the images and the sales copy. But the nice thing about templates is you can just use that and replace the image. It's all about finding the appropriate image, right? Sometimes that can take a while. And then always sales copy has gotten so much easier now with AI. You can always really tweak that and write a sales page really, really quickly. A lot more quickly than you ever used to be able to. But this is what I use to plan out my funnels and stuff. And of course, there's all kinds of symbols here that you can use. There's even, you can use diagrams. So you can use a grid, you can use hierarchy, and hierarchy by what that means is like something like this. So if you wanted to put in something like this, where you had actual lines and shapes and stuff like that, you could do that. If you wanted, and you can use those to like map out workflows, right? Because the top one then becomes the bigger, like it can become the trigger, right? So
Can you move those around? Or are they in that formation?
Let's try here. Hold on a sec. Let's just grab all this and make it really small. I just want to put this here. You can. You have to get it on. You have to get it on the like move symbol, and then you can move it.
Oh, cool.
So just make sure that
saves you a ton of time, because nothing, more frustrating than.
And so what I like about these is that you can create those workflows, right? So this can be the trigger of your workflow. And then what's the action that's happening underneath here, right? And so that's just something that you can use to map out your workflows if you need to really think about what it is you want it to do.
Does anybody know Spanish? What I always look at Spanish and I'm like, that's probably some bad word. And I'm
Where did you see Spanish?
Isn't that when you click on that, doesn't each of them have a little space?
Oh, that's just lorem ipsum. That's that like filler text.
I know, but sometimes they have Spanish in there and I'm like, I bet they're swearing at me.
Oh, no, I don't think so. Okay, so any questions about planning out funnels, getting started? Any questions about that?
Tamara, I have a very simple, silly question. Where do I get this this drawing thingy thing that you have inside google.com, docs, google.com? I'm there. I can't find this thing.
Okay,
I don't
so
use Google much.
If you just go into like Google and just put in Google Draw.
Or Google Draw.
Yeah. And it'll come up. And then you just click on it. It says Google Drawings, and you can give it a title. And you can use all of these like to arrange, and the different tools, the shapes, the lines. the arrows, all of that.
And where is the template thing that you used just now?
Oh, sure. So this one is an insert for under diagram. I used hierarchy. So
Oh.
then I just clicked on that, and then this you can, if you grab them when you have the 4 arrows pointing, you can grab them and move them around. And then of course you can click into them and rename them, right? So you could put this is form submission as the trigger, right? And then you could move these all around to be the different actions in the form or in the workflow, right? Just move them around.
You're just getting all professional when we do that intensive on workflows.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's brilliant. Yes, that's very helpful at a basic level for me. Thank you.
Good. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. So it's not super techy. It's not beautiful by any means, but it is a way to get it out into a step-by-step process to know what pieces you need to build when you're looking at your form or looking at your funnel. Just so that you know, okay, well, I need to prepare to write an email. I need to build a form. I need to build pages. How many pages do I need? That sort of thing. So it just helps to plan a little bit and just really get a good sense of what it is that you need.
What's OF? Order form.
Order form.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was Jay-Andre had asked me to go through that because he was wondering about that. And so I told, this was a few weeks ago, he had asked me to do that, but I see that he's not here tonight. That's okay. So
I have if we're okay, I have for time, I have a question.
okay.
But it's also to do with funnel, but something slightly different.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, I'll share again my screen here.
Okay.
Okay, so what I want to figure out is with my funnel, I'm doing a webinar. So I want to figure out, once I've got the webinar in here,
Yeah.
basically I've got these stages. I've got the webinar registration. Thank you for registering, which we just fixed.
Yes.
And then I'm assuming that this is where the webinar automatically goes first, but it says webinar replay page.
Yes.
I'm using the what you call it, the template.
Yes.
So this is where I would put the webinar. But is there somewhere I put this first before this page? Because how do I think I'm trying to figure out how do they register, they do this, and then it goes to this page, and then they watch the original. So is this? I guess I'm wondering why it's called replay, because I know I'm going to replay it at some point, right? So is there something I should fix this and say your webinar is coming in now, which is your first one, and then the replay? I'm not sure how whether this is dynamic or what.
Yeah, so it's not dynamic, and Sales Process doesn't have like a live webinar feature. So what people usually do is they host their webinar on Zoom, or you can use another software like Webinar Jam or there's lots of them out there. You can just Google them to host your live webinar, and then your recording of the webinar goes on this page. So you upload the replay of your webinar and you put the video right here.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So if I've already recorded the webinar off of Zoom, and what I want to do is repurpose it so that it appears to be live, but it's now replaying on here. I'm trying to figure out. So would I be able to have them sign up in here and have them come to this page, and then this page just replay what I have on Zoom? I mean, what I have recorded already?
You definitely could have them go straight into the webinar if you want, but people are going to know, like, it's not a live webinar, it's a recorded webinar, right?
Yeah, it indicates that
fine.
this is a recording of the webinar, and then they kind of go in here and then it replays. And I think what I'm trying to figure out is how do I so essentially I just need to change this. That's number one. And then I can connect my video to this, number two.
You
And
upload your recording. Yep.
and then let me see. So I would, if I was, oh, so this would be like a URL, or I can have it in the
If you
sales
click
process.
if you click on the drop down here, you can choose to host the video right here
This would be on
on sales process. Yeah. And so then you would want to use this blue button here to upload your video, the
right. Okay,
recording.
got you.
Can we upload a Zoom?
If
Yes,
you
you can, like
downloaded
a
it already,
recording of it. Yeah.
yeah,
you
Oh,
can.
yeah.
okay.
Once you've recorded it, that's what I've done. I've like downloaded it, then edited that, and then I'm gonna upload this here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So here's another question. Oh, so we don't. Okay, so essentially we don't host that here, because I was thinking that I would be incorporating my audience to be able to draw in some comments on them while the video is playing. So if sales process doesn't host it, that means I'd have to rethink that part.
Yeah, so some people just use Zoom, and usually what you do is you'll get like a staff member to monitor the chat while you're doing your presentation on Zoom.
Okay.
Or there is software out there like Webinar Jam. I can't remember off the top of my head what the other one is, but and you can sign up for that software, and what happens then is it will give you a list of everybody who attends the webinar. So it will give you their names and emails of everyone who actually attends. And then you can put your recording into sales process and go through the replay workflows to send it out to everybody again. And of course, this page, your replay page, is also going to be where you present your offer to them as well to purchase, right?
Right. Yeah, that's correct.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So that makes sense there. Okay, good. I needed that piece to understand how this part works.
Okay.
And then, okay, another thing. How do I control how many days between the first day and the replay in terms of so here was my thinking process since we're talking about how you plan this thing out, right?
Yes.
So my thinking process was someone would come into my website.
Yeah.
And they would I would attract them using a lead generator to be able to get to this page, which is a ebook that they can download.
Yes.
So they come in here, they download, they sign up to download the ebook. I'm not sure if this, I guess I have to, maybe let me go through the flow as I do it, as I share it.
Okay.
So the plan was come into the website, click in here for the ebook, do the consent form, and then that takes you to this. And then in this video, it says, hey, well done for choosing us, all of this. So what we're going to do before you go on, watch this video, and then you can click your thingy below, but come out to this webinar and then click here to sign up. So now you click here to get your ebook.
Yes.
So what I have to somehow do now is to get them to sign up for my webinar, which would be, so
well, they've already registered for your webinar, right? So your webinar, your registration means that it's sometime in the future, your webinars, right? And you plan to host it live, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. So really then you don't need to send them anywhere from here. What happens is they receive emails in the workflows for the webinar that have a link to join you on Zoom or join you on Webinar Jam or wherever it is you're hosting the live webinar.
Right. Okay. And then I see.
And then after you're done, finished the live, then you would wait for the recording to render. Then you're going to upload the recording. And then you're going to fire off your replay workflow, which sends it out to everybody who registered to say, here's the replay. And then you can also have an entire workflow built out to see if they've watched the replay, how long did they watch the replay for, just and keep bringing them back to the replay to purchase,
Okay.
bringing them to the order form to purchase your product, right? And that you do
Okay.
that through email messages with links in them.
Right. Okay. So, excuse me. Okay, so what that means is maybe I didn't think about this correctly, because I was thinking that have them come in, sign up for this AI book, which is my lead generation, and
Yeah.
then have introduced them to my webinar, and then have them sign up for the webinar. So that seems like there's too many steps there, doesn't it?
Yeah, so they're just going to register for your webinar, and you can give them their free ebook on the thank you page. And then
Right.
they're going to need to attend the webinar in the future, right? And then
Right.
you would bring them back to the replay page.
Oh, right. That makes sense. That makes sense. So register for the webinar, get the ebook upon registration.
Yeah.
Okay, that clears it up. Okay,
Yeah.
I got those steps. That makes sense.
Okay.
That makes good sense.
Good. Awesome.
Cool. All right. Thanks so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So see, when you had your first funnel up there, I looked at the screen. I'm like, oh, he kind of looks like Ping Jun. I was like, oh, wait a minute, that is Ping Jun.
It is Peng Joon. I know. I'm using that background, and I couldn't
Yeah.
remove it. I couldn't remove that first one. I was like, okay, when I get my own video on there, then I guess that takes care of it.
Yes. Yeah, it will.
I'm like, man, he's really looks a lot like him. And then I'm like, I'm like, wait a minute, that's a different.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me tonight for funnel forging. I guess it's probably morning for some of you as well. And I'm back here on Thursday for the CRM Connect call. And I believe I will also have a special announcement about some changes coming to office hours. So I'll just leave that. I'll leave you hanging with that, and I'll let you know. We'll have some news.
Don't even leave us. You cannot do that. That's illegal.
Oh, I'm not leaving you. I'm leaving you hanging. That's all.
No. I have to rip open the gift presents before Christmas, so.
Well, this will make sure that you all come back on Thursday for CRM. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me.
Thank you so much. We'll be here for sure on Thursday.
Okay, good. Perfect. We'll see you guys on Thursday then. Take care.
All right, good night.
As long as it's that workflow intensive, you can do that.
Oh, Jody.
Have a good week.
Yeah, you too. Bye, guys.